I remember when I was young, as many people probably did, watching the cartoon Hercules, and how, I don't know, it just captivated me. This idea of the hero and saving the world, and then there was a villain, and so there's this kind of, every day this new fight that he was on. And so I think that the relevance of astrology is much like that experience where we are attracted to these types of stories and myths and concepts and archetypes that seem to exist all around us. The underdog is another example. Why is it that we cheer for the underdog? And yet those stories make our heart really feel something. And that is basically what astrology is. It's a concept of the qualities that we embody as humans and the stories that are internal to us that make us resonate, that drive us, and that make up our expression of life. So we dance within this concept of our chart through the qualities that the stars represent. And so, there's lots of arguments, of course, trying to disqualify astrology as something that is valid today. And of course that will always be an argument, and science of course tries to chime in on how the planets don't really revolve or rotate the way that maybe the astrological chart represents, etc. But I guess my argument is that it's still relevant because of the exact same reason we experience these stories in humanity that make us resonate and that really work us up, and much like the stories of our family. And so it made me think about why is that? If science can't validate it, and yet there's still something profoundly to it from my experience, I thought that possibly the answer to that question is just the same answer as our history represents to us. It's that those stories and those myths that exist in the Greek world and previous are part of our DNA. And so they only really, it really doesn't matter whether it's scientific or anything else, it's that the stories are part of our DNA strand. And so astrology to me may be more like DNA, regardless of whether we can validate it, just like how you experience your grandmother or grandfather, how you experienced your life as a child, how are your family dynamics, how is it that you are engaging the world now, trying to make a success of yourself. These are all qualities that can be seen in the astrology chart. And from a historical or from a DNA level, it seems to continuously speak to us. And so does it need to be more relevant than that? Does it need to be more than that? That's the question. And for me, it doesn't, because it works and it sheds light on things inside of us that it's almost impossible to find a reflection of us in any other method. And so, yeah. Please feel free to comment and reach out. Have a great day.